joint initiative aims to help Singapore-based energy startup and SME to successfully commercialize and scale their innovation effort by providing them with translational research, living testbed, innovation programs, funding partners, and a community platform. We organized the Ecolabs webinar series to provide additional engagement and interaction with our partner, where we invite industry experts to offer their insight on respective topic. This webinar series comprises of 5 themes: Startup Series, Insight Series, Corporate Series, Investor Series, and Ecolab Series, each focusing on different aspects of the innovation ecosystem. This session is part of Ecolab's Insights webinar series to provide industrial and market insights to understand and navigate the innovation journey. You will also learn about the different aspects of the startup ecosystem, market analysis, and what to look out for, and where are the different opportunities in Singapore and beyond. Today's webinar titled Moving Force of Promoting ICT-related Industry Development in Southern Taiwan, presented by Ms. Abbie Lin, a project specialist at Southern Taiwan Industrial Promotion Center. Abbie will share some of the innovation and developments in the ICT industry in Taiwan and how the STIPC helps foster collaboration amongst emerging technologies, industrial needs, and talent development. Southern Taiwan Industrial Promotion Center, STIPC, is a research center under the National Sun Yat-sen University. Established in 2008, the center is located at Kaohsiung Software Park and get closer to industrial demand. STIPC is undertaking lots of government projects, which is based on policies related to forward-looking technology development. STIPC leverages on these projects' resources and be dedicated to driving innovation and development in ICT industry by fostering collaboration among emerging technologies, industrial needs, and talent development in Southern Taiwan. STIPC not only provide incubation firms with mentoring programs, marketing support, talent scouting events, and product upgrade consultation, but also creates an environment for the industry to expand locally and globally. The mission of STIPC is to be the moving force of promoting ICT-related industry development and boosting industrial transformation in Southern Taiwan. A brief introduction of the speaker before we speak. Ms. Abbie Lin is a project specialist of the Southern Taiwan Industrial Promotion Center. Her work focuses specifically on accelerating the development of innovation in ICT-related industry and scouting the perfect experimental site for innovation project. She had led an AI talent cultivation project with team members and planned forward-looking AI topic, which won recognition from the Sector Chief of the Industrial Development Bureau under the Ministry of Economic Affairs. Her vocation is to spare no effort to make partners of STIPC flourish. Moreover, she is willing to promote the introduction of intelligent application to different fields for boosting industrial transformation or building a better living experience in the city. So for the audience, at the end of the presentation, we will also have a Q&A session with Abbie to address any queries you might have. We also will be joined by some of Abbie's colleagues, Emma and Alexa. So feel free to enter your questions in the Q&A chat box or raise your hand so that we can unmute you to voice your question during the interaction session. Now, without further ado, I would like to pass the session to Ms. Abbie Lin. Abbie, please.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. So, hi everyone. This is Abbie from STIPC. I'm so glad to meet you online. And COVID-19 has caused a tremendous impact on our life worldwide. And I saw the news that Singapore has seen a sudden rise in COVID-19 cases and gone into a higher level of restrictions. So does Taiwan face the same situation now? So please stay safe and healthy. I'm honored to have the opportunity to share our programs with you and show you how STIPC works and be dedicated to being the moving force of promoting ICT-related industry development and boosting industrial transformation in Southern Taiwan. And here is the agenda today. In the beginning, I will introduce STIPC and then our program with some case sharing. The final one is a future collaboration model. Before I start to share our program with you, I would like to brief you about our organization first, Southern Taiwan Industry Promotion Center. Okay, so STIPC is a research center which is under National Sun Yat-sen University. And usually, most of the research center will be settled in campus. But in order to get closer to industry's demand, so STIPC is located at Kaohsiung Software Park, which is also as a part of Asia New Bay area. And because of this, it helps us to get and reach lots of government policy resources, which encourage the development of IoT R&D, innovation, AR, VR, 5G and AIoT, smart city, and startups here, which include the programs that I'm going to share with you later. Okay, so as a promotion center, we have three missions. First, to foster a benign environment for ICT-related technologies. Second, bridging up local industry and regional governments. The third one is encouraging innovation and entrepreneurship. And to fulfill the missions, we believe there is no job can be done without excellent leaders and teams. So this is the structure of our center. Our director is Dr. Kaohsiung Lin, who is also the professor from National Sun Yat-sen University. And there are more than 40 professional and full-time employees divided into three groups, which are Technovation Plus team, Innovation Culture Cultivation team, and Regional Industry Innovation team. And by the way, I belong to the Technovation Plus team. So STIPC is divided into three teams. First, Technovation Plus team, which foster ICT, AI industry, and also help to development, innovation and IoT product. The second one is the Innovation Culture Cultivation team, which foster AR, VR, XR technology and its ecosystem, and also nurture the digital content talent. The third team is Regional Industry Innovation team, which bottom-up approach to promote smart cities and assist the local industry to solve key problems by the introduction of AI technology. And now I would like to introduce three programs we are running and show you how we leverage the resource to encourage the development of IoT R&D, innovation, and startups. So these two programs are taken by the Technovation Plus team, and we can separate them into industry-oriented and product-oriented. For the industry-oriented program, we call it Southern Taiwan IC Design Incubation Center. And we offer space, academia, and cross-industries cooperation, regional industry collaboration, and financial support, and even market survey. And the product-oriented program, we call it Southern Taiwan IoT Service Hub. We offer services such as project development and upgrading, system integration, and the validation side. So if you are a startup or you having your own business and you would like to develop in Taiwan, you can join the IC Design Incubation Center program. If you are creating your IoT project and you need some help to optimize them, we welcome you to join the IoT Service Hub program. And the most important of all is that the space. All of the resources are free. And now I'm bringing you to dig in the details of those programs of our incubation resource. So the Southern Taiwan IC Design Incubation Center can be seen as an international first entry point to setting up first branch office in Taiwan. And we offer lots of services such as company operation, including office, co-working space, and meeting rooms. Technical and business exist, including R&D of cross-industry collaboration, finance, consulting, business model redefine. Also, we provide industry promote and marketing resources, such as demonstration space, exhibition or product launch, and linking to government resources. Now we are nurturing 10 companies, including startups, small and medium-sized enterprises, and listed companies. The field of those companies include IC design, smart healthcare, smart cities, smart factory, and smart agriculture, and smart education. And all of them are looking for a strategy partner and business development opportunities. So if you are interested in one of them, please feel free to contact with us. And now I would like to share a case of our Incubated-WeMo, which is the biggest sharing scooter platform in Asia. WeMo's demand is to spread their platform in Taiwan and abroad. So in the same time, they are looking for different IoT solution which can be installed on the scooter to collect the riding data for optimizing the platform and the user experience. WeMo Nexus focused on the efficient operation of the fleet to optimize profitability. From the maintenance and the repair of the vehicle to integrate parking service and violation warning system. So STIPC helped WeMo to bridging up their demand to the regional governments for the cooperation of promoting mass system, such as deploying sharing scooter to make the public transportation network more comprehensive, or develop new model with a cross-industry partner to boost local tourism and stimulate the consumption. Also, STIPC connect WeMo with university professor and AI company for building a strategy, cooperation, and upgrading technology, such as battery system to increase of service time efficiently, or the AI image recognition for detecting objects to prevent riders from accidents on the road. And all of the projects are still running, and we are expected to see more spark in the future. Okay, so the other case of our incubated, my wellness guard technologies, is known for its core technology motion sensor. My Guardian Smart Care System is a smart bed and a platform for bedridden patients' health care and monitoring. By continuous monitoring of respiration, sleep, and in-bed movements, and send real-time alerts for critical events such as long motionless or abnormal respiration, so that it could ease the burden of caregivers and give a comprehensive care to the patients. Moreover, my Guardian Smart Care System is selected as one of academic prevention top 50 technologies by Taiwan Healthcare Expo in 2020. STIPC helped my wellness guide to register in GISA board for fundraising and connect my wellness guide with professor and experts to have consultation for improving the chips and developing AI application. Also, STIPC helped my wellness guide link with some exhibition and the other promotional chances, such as Taiwan Innovation Fair and Share in 2020. The promotion session got attention of the other enterprises from Swiss and Taiwan, and they had a further discussion after the fair with my wellness guide. Even collaborated with each other and combine their products to optimize the medical application in long-term care facilities. Okay, so the next program is Southern Taiwan IoT Service Hub. If you are creating your own product by yourself, maybe you are a maker or a startup, then you can join our Southern Taiwan IoT Service Hub program, which can accelerate the making of your IoT product. No matter what kind of ideas you have, once it belongs to IoT product or needs service relevant to the IoT, and also you would like to invest your time and money, we can help you to make it come true. So you can see the service process. What you need to do first is to apply for it. And after it's been accepted with qualification check, we will help you to match the product development experts to define the stage of your product and give support to upgrading the product, such as IC chips recommendation and design, PCB layout, shuttle services, and the system integration and product appearance design. After the product done, we will assist in channel matching and mass production or pilot run. And finally, we will make the product launch. So the whole production process can be soon depending on your time investment. Until now, STIPC had supported for over 80 products. And in 2019, we helped a product called CAC5 to develop. It's an expandable air purifier, which means you can pile them up or separately deploy them at anywhere of your house. The features of the product are chargeable and functional when the CAC5 piled up, which is space saving. When the maker applied for joining the product program, it was only an idea without any markup or prototype. And we helped to define the resources that needed and match product experts to design the hardware and to build a prototype. Even help the maker to apply for patents of the circuit design and match CAC5 with SGS to pass the pre-test. Finally, we assist in the pre-testing of the fundraising and help them raise funds on ZigZag fundraising platform. It costs about 5 months to make the idea come true. It's one of our inspiring case, and we are looking for more IoT ideas. No matter where you are, we are ready for you. So how we leverage government resources to speed up industrial transformation for high-tech industries in Kaohsiung. There are 2 key development resources in southern Taiwan. The first one is Asia New Bay Area, a 5G AIoT Innovation Park project, which is built to be Taiwan's largest test ground for 5G, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things. And the Asia New Bay Area 5G AIoT Innovation Park is located in the core area of Kaohsiung and connect the city's music center, electronic sport arena, port terminal, exhibition center, and Kaohsiung Software Park. The 5G AIoT Innovation Park is designed to transform into a hub for trade, culture and recreation, and warehousing and distribution. Although the 5G AIoT Innovation Park is still in the planning stage, the central government announced a 5-year, 11 billion NT dollars investment plan for the development of Asia New Bay Area 5G AIoT Innovation Park. So if you utilize the resource of AIoT Service Hub to make your product complete, we could help to link your innovation products to the 5G AIoT Innovation Park for validation and landing application by then. The second one is the Southern Taiwan Technology Corridor. The Southern Taiwan is transforming into the next R&D and innovation hub to drive the country's science and technology supply chain forward, especially semiconductor, high-tech manufacturing, and 5G application. Furthermore, central government is planning to attract more industry or enterprises into investment, which can boost the development of this southern industrial cluster. So if you are going to setting up firms or branches relating to high-tech industries, we could help you to combine with the local industry and the ecosystem and to flourish with industrial partners. Also, you could do it with a lower cost because of the subsidies of salaries, tax incentives, and rental concessions. And STIPC will be in alliance with governments to help industry to thrive and make all of these resources to create synergy. Okay, so the last program is IoT Integrated Service Center. The core objective of this program are building a validation site of smart application technology innovation. Give service to a low volume and multiple types of innovative products for functional verification, and help startups or partners to make product be in line with the trend and build a new operational scenario. In order to complete the product production and optimize the product, we also build different validation sites with different themes, including smart sports, smart healthcare, smart recreation, smart agriculture. And we put diverse products into this field for verification. Before starting to sell your product, you can testing your product and collecting data or customers' feedback in the validation site. This process will help you to reach the demand and comments from customers to revise your product and make it more complete. So you can see different kind of validation sites spread in Taiwan. And here is the cast sharing of last year. I want to show you the product demonstration introduction process. A nice model of IoT service include product with potentials, which might be sensing device, AI application, IoT device or big data analysis. Also, improve its operating field. So the step one is to compile a list of Southern Taiwan's field and experts. And the step two is to pay a consulting visit to those fields and to understand the challenge that the industry faces. And step three is to converge the scenarios and then simulate and verify those demands. Okay, so you can see there are two fields on the slide. So the stipend tier is the long-term care facilities. According to their demands, we build operational scenario of the experience of smart cares with introduction of product, such as smart medicine box. It's a reminder to remind you to take medicine. So the auxiliary robots for inspection and the assessment of social interaction for the old man is for the old man's mental health care. Okay, so the other field is 御守国医. 御守国医 is massage venue. According to their demands, we built an operational scenario of smart life and healthcare with introduction of products such as interactive information board for precision marketing and diverse marketing device for better user experience and the energy saving management control system for cost reduction. So during the period of introduction and validation, we continuously collected the feedback from customer and kept improving the products. So here are our achievements. Compile a list of 87 IoT products, facilitate 12 products verification with the Resource Southern Taiwan IoT Service Hub, and cooperating with the Industrial Technology Research Institute for optimizing. And we constructed 2 innovation fields. So because both Stipendary and 御守国医 are chain enterprises, which could make those products launch in other chain stores and evaluate about 85 million of the output value in the future. Okay, so about the collaboration model for partners of STIPC or Ecolabs, we could focus on some topics such as technology or ideas interchange, investment promotion, and enterprise establishing, business matching, and market expansion. And then we could build a connection for our partners or incubators via those interaction methods, such as physical institution visits or events in Taiwan or Singapore, virtual webinar or cooperation meeting arrangement because of the impact and the limit of COVID-19. So there are 2 long-term goals with this idea. Leverage the cross-country incubation resource and build a model of international collaboration. Develop a resource platform of ICT-related or AIoT industries and boost international interaction for innovative startups communities. Once you have some demand or need some support, you could utilize this platform to reach out to the resource or partner you need. So we hope this platform to make each other's incubators, partners, or startups have chances to interchange ideas and cooperate with each other. also to make more startups or enterprises in Taiwan recognize ecolabs and vice versa. Moreover, to create opportunities in business expansion overseas. But these are just our initial thoughts to share with you. So please feel free to give us some feedback to make it complete. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my presentation. So thanks for your attention, and it was a pleasure to being here today. So if you are interested in any of our service or programs, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Abbie, for your sharing. It's really great to hear the exciting happenings and upcoming programs and development in Taiwan, especially in the innovation and 5G side. The support that STIPC provides sounded so good to be true, and it just kept me wondering, what's the catch of all this support and resources that y'all provide?
Okay, you mean, sorry, you mean?
As in, do you have any conditions to receive the resources and the support that STIPC provides to the startup or the corporate partners?
As long you are as long your industry or your product is belong to it is relevant to IoT, so it will qualify to apply for this resource.
All right. So that sounds very good. So now, as we come to the end of the presentation, we will move into the Q&A session. So for the audience, if you have any questions, do feel free to raise your hand or key in your question in the Q&A box. So while the audience are in process to generate some of the questions, maybe let me ask a few questions first. So Abbie, do you incubate or provide support for foreign startups who are interested in starting or developing solution in Taiwan? Are there any conditions associated to this?
So there is no actually there is no limit to apply for this resource, but we will depend on the demand of the company or startups. So we will divide into 3 parts. So we can help you to apply for the project of subsidies and incentives, or cooperating with different kind of institutions such as the National Center or for high performance computing. So it could provide high performance computing resources to you, or we can collaborate with industry technology research institute. So you can have a deep development of the R&D or some technical cooperations. So actually, we don't have limit to for those people who want to apply for the resource. Actually.
Okay, so there's no equity, there's no fee to pay for STIPC to support the startup.
Oh, it's that establish space. If you need if you want to establish your company in STIPC's incubation center, you have to pay the rental fee. Yeah, okay. But the other resource is for free.
Okay. Wow, that sounds very awesome. Seems like startup could really benefit from the support provided by STIPC. So I see that there's a lot of support also on the Southern Taiwan IoT Service Hub. Could you elaborate a bit more on the requirement and process? Like, are there, because I understand that it's something separate from the STIPC. Are there any costs involved? Who would own the IP of the products that's developed? And are there any grants available from the Taiwanese government to defray some of these costs?
如果加入的话，会不会有其他？因为可能对我们来说，我们是不用他们付钱，但他们会不会有其他费用产生？政府可能会着收什么费用什么之类的。
If you focus on the IoT Service Hub program, so the only cost you have to pay may be just the production of your product. So maybe it will be a pre-mass production or a pre-pilot run production. Maybe it's the only fee, only cost you have to pay.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. All right. Just a reminder to audience, if we are in the Q&A segment, if you have any questions, do feel free to post on the Q&A button, or you can raise your hand and we will allow you to ask a question live. All right. So just now you shared about a few programs. So in all this program, what would be the role of STIPC? Because I do understand that many of this program are the government initiative. So what would the role of STIPC in this program?
So I think our role is a bridge. So we bridge up the company lending resource, and the resource maybe come from the government or the project. We can offer some resource, such as the resource I mentioned in the slide. So it's all for free, and our role is to, for example, maybe some company for example, if they come to Kaohsiung, but maybe they don't know, the ecosystem of the industry of Kaohsiung. And we have a long-term operating the local industries ecosystem. So we can introduce them or link them directly. So they don't have a way sometimes to reach out to those local industry, or to communicating with government. So we know the demand or the marketing of Kaohsiung right now.
I see. Okay, I have one question that actually come into my private message. Could you share more about the startup under your incubations that are related to healthcare? What are some of the areas they are in, and what stage are they in right now? Startup in the healthcare sector.
healthcare 的关系公司可以稍微介绍一下。
Okay. So I just mentioned in the slide about the My Wellness Guard. This company is our incubators, and its core technology is the sensor, the motion sensor. So while we exist My Wellness sorry, its name is too long. So how we exist My Wellness Guard to thrive in Kaohsiung or in Taiwan. So we will help them to apply for government resources, or support them to match with the capital or the funding resource. And My Wellness Guard is the only healthcare company of our incubators. So it also we want to promote its product, because its technology is very core and it's niche. So what we do for them is to help them to reach out to more chances to expand overseas. So
Right. Okay. No worries, no worries. So coming from a question from corporate side, if there are Singapore companies or institutions who are keen to explore some of the Taiwanese technology and solutions, how should they proceed in collaboration with y'all? Are there a website to show all the incubators from STIPC, their solutions or their profile, or should they come to you and with the problem statement that they have, and y'all will do a search within the incubator for corporate partners, for corporates and institutions who are looking for solutions?
Okay, so if the cooperation or the promotion is between industry to industry, maybe we can divide into 3 parts. The first one is maybe B2C. So we could host a product promotion session, or we can help them to do a pre-test of the market survey. Okay, so if the B2B part, we can have a webinar or a session to have a discussion of some technology or some development of new application, and we will connect to the local association, because the local association, they have connection with lots of companies in some industry. Okay, so they can help us to push and boost the development efficiently. And maybe the B2B is another cooperation way. Maybe we can cooperate with some SI company to maybe they can bridge their application or solutions, and they can sell together. Okay, so the final one maybe is the B2G. So the B2G should, for example, the development of a smart city. So we can combine with the local policy to promote the solution or the product of the industry.
In the cases of B2G, would you be able to help form consortium to jointly bid for project as well? Can STIPC be the entity, or you will do business matching with interested local enterprise to do that?
B2G. Okay, so let me think with the B2G part. I share the case of the WeMo. I share the case about WeMo in the previous slide. So maybe the regional governments, they, for example, if they want to promoting or expand the public transportation network, so they have to deploy more sharing scooter or other transportation tools. So maybe they will release their policy on their website, or they will have some meeting with us. So we know the demand of the local government. So this is the first one, and we will maybe compile a list of our incubators or our partners, and find to converge some converge or focus on some topics to our solutions and recommend it to the governments. So maybe they can have some maybe cooperation, or to co-develop some new model. So STIPC will connect them, connect the local industry to governments. And the other example, the Kaohsiung government, they want to boost the tourism and to increase the consumption. So they want to develop a new model and combine with it consists of different industry or different partner. And it's maybe a part of smart cities policies. So we help WeMo to connect to the Kaohsiung government. So maybe the Kaohsiung government will collect all stakeholders of this development, and they can have a conversation to talk about how to link to development these solutions. For example, if the tourism boosting the tourism, so maybe they have to cooperate with the local store, or the way you pay. The way you pay, maybe Apple Pay or the Line Pay, any way of the electronic paying. So you have to integrate all of these service or the solution to make a new model for maybe boosting the tourism or other policy they want to facilitate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much. So we actually have some questions coming in from the Q&A functions. So we have a question from Leonora, and she'd like to understand how long does the process for funding or resource grants would actually take typically?
So maybe it depends on the situation, like invest their time or money. So in the case of the tech file, I just shared with everyone, it took maybe if only focus on the funding, the fundraising, maybe it costs maybe 3 months. So we will push and spare no efforts to help them to go smoothly, and maybe we can reduce the time for the fundraising.
So today, let's say I put in an application to get a government grant. It will take probably 3 months before the grant will be approved. Is that what you're saying?
应该不止3个月吧？他说是不是只要申请3个月后就可以？可是我觉得要看 case。
Oh, I think it's by case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, understand. Okay, so there's another questions from one of the attendees. So for startup that are keen to enter into the Taiwan market, what are some of the challenges that that they may face, especially for healthcare context?
就是如果想要进来台湾的话，有没有哪些挑战？对新加坡的人想要进来台湾的 market，
挑战，
对他们可能要先预想起。
So
以那个医疗类为主 ，is healthcare， 像美国那样。
Okay, so if in the field of healthcare, maybe you have to fit or follow the law of Taiwan. Yeah. So maybe it's a legal issue they have to face with. But the other maybe I think maybe they have to evaluate the possibility or the feasibility of the product. But if they really want to develop in Taiwan, I think maybe the best way is to connecting us, and we will help them to do this. And maybe they can set their time to make a movement to develop in Taiwan.
Okay, I think there's one follow-up questions on that. If the startup do not support Chinese language as in the solution, to not support Chinese language, or the team are not very good in conversing in Chinese, would that be a blocker for working with STIPC, or do you think that will be a major challenge?
Okay, I don't think that's a problem, because because English is the common language for communication. For example, our IoT products and the resource I mentioned, the IoT Service Hub. We also promote this program to Philippines. So we also accept 2 products. They want to apply for the IoT Service Hub programs. So we have the spec, maybe a spec of the product, but all in English. So if you fill in this spec form to us, we can help you to get into the next stage. To maybe we can redefine the stage of the product, or maybe it's a concept or a prototype, or maybe it's an engineer sample. So after we have the spec, so we can evaluate the feasibility of this solution and cooperate with a particular organization, such as long-term care facilities. Once it succeeds, we will have to expand to the other channel or area.
Okay, that sounds like a very good service that you are providing. So I actually just to sum up a bit on this, because what I'm hearing from you is that STIPC are agnostic to the application side, as long as they are ICT related, IoT related. You all can support, and in terms of the stage of the startup or the company, you all are also quite flexible. It could be as early as conceptualization all the way to a fairly mature enterprise as well, right?
Sorry, would you please repeat that again? Sorry.
As in, y'all do not have a requirement on the stage of the startup and the application area of the startup. So I can be a very early stage startup. I could be a Series A, Series B. I can be at prototyping stage, or even after proof of concept and have a mature products and so on. I can be ICT or IoT related solution that is applied in mobility, smart cities, F&B, tourism, hospitality, and so on. All this doesn't really matter for STIPC.
Yes, yes, it's sure. And depending on you, what kind of program you want to apply for. If you want to apply for the IC Incubation Center program, you have to be a company or you are an enterprise, your status. But if you apply for the IoT Service Hub or the Integration Center, these two programs, no matter what status you are, or maybe you are just an individual maker, or maybe you are a startup, it's all open to them for applying our resources.
Okay, that sounds very good. I think we are coming towards the end of the sessions. I just have another 1 or 2 more questions. Given that Singapore, we are going through another round of another wave of COVID situations. We are also hearing news that Taiwan is also going through escalating COVID situation. How does this affect startup or enterprises who are interested in the Taiwanese market?
Okay, so I think the only impact for local industry maybe is to they have to hold back their expanding plan to overseas. Maybe that's the only challenge that the Taiwan industry now is facing right now. But for the other cooperation or collaboration, I think maybe the online meeting or the online webinar will be solutions to every industry or company, because they still can connect with other countries industry or other partners from overseas. So maybe it's just they have to a little bit hold back their expansion plan right now.
Right. So in that case, could startup still consult with IPC to go through the IoT service hub? Because you mentioned about doing product enhancements, prototyping, and even a small scale mass production. Could all these activities still carry on with COVID situation happening?
Sure. And maybe if okay, so no matter it's in Taiwan or overseas, if we have to be limited by the COVID-19 situation, so we can hold a maybe online meeting with some experts or with STIPC, so we can have a consultation about the stage of the product and the next step of what we want. The next step we have to take to develop it. So maybe I think it's okay if we go online.
All right. That's very good to hear. Really, even for ourselves, center like Ecolabs or STIPC, we can actually transform in this situation. Okay, I think I have one last question, and before we wrap up, given that the Southern Taiwan Technology Corridor is still in the planning stage, when is the latest a startup should apply to be considered for this program?
Oh, sorry, Ryan, you mean the 5G IoT innovation project, or?
The question was on the technology corridor. Is that still in the planning stage, or is the 5G AI innovation part?
Okay, so the 5G IoT innovation part is still in the planning stage,
okay.
But the other one is running right now. So,
right.
So the governments, because there are different kind of industrial cluster spread in every corner in Taiwan. So they collect them and they make them into a technology corridor. So some industry cluster is running right now, but some of this is still constructing right now.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm a startup, I'm interested in the Asia AIoT innovation park to deploy the solution there. When should I get in touch with STIPC to make that happen?
Okay, I know maybe because the 5G IoT innovation park is still in the planning stage. But if you have some idea or if you have some idea, application or product, it's related to 5G or AIoT.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can just connect us anytime. So maybe we can optimize them or upgrading them until it completes or be comprehensive. So we can launch these products to the 5G IoT innovation park for validation and test the function, and then spread them and expand them to other areas. So the 5G IoT innovation park, according to the statement of government, maybe they will complete in 5 years, in the next 5 years.
Okay, that sounds very ambitious. All right, so we are coming to the end of today's session. Abbie, really thank you so much for the insightful sharing of the opportunity and development and the resources available at STIPC and also in the Southern Taiwan. So for audience who have questions that is not answered, feel free to reach out to us. We will connect you with Abbie from STIPC and to answer the questions that you have. So at the end of the webinar, there will also be a survey for you to fill up to give feedback to enhance our future webinar as well. So do feel free to follow us on Ecolab's LinkedIn page and email listings for the next webinar and our event updates. So meanwhile, do stay at home, be safe and be healthy. And thank you everyone for joining us for today's webinar series. Thank you, Abbie. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.